Okay, example one's purpose is just to refresh your memory on a skill you already have. We did this a while back. It's called a rational equation. It's got fractions, it's got an equal sign, and most of you are already doing this. Some of you still are not liking to do this for whatever reason. If there's an equal sign and there's fractions, getting rid of fractions is legal and recommended. Okay, it makes the problems easier if there's no fractions. And what we do to get rid of fractions, we multiply by the least common denominator, or for that matter, any common denominator will do. What the least common denominator does that's better than just any generic common denominator is it makes the smallest numbers possible in the problem, thereby making the problem simpler. In this case, the least common denominator is 12. 2, 4, and 6 all divide evenly into 12. So if I multiply by 12, and the multiplication goes like this, I multiply this times this, I divide, multiply the result times the top. 12 divided by 2 is 6, times y is 6y. I do this times this, it's plus, so it's plus. 12 divided by 4 is 3, times 1 is 3. Equals. And then I do 12 times this. And again, divide first and multiply. 12 divided by 6 is 2, times y is 2y. Least common denominator, multiply everything by it. Divide and then multiply the result times the top. If it is a least common denominator, it will divide evenly every time. If it does not divide evenly, you do not pick a common denominator. For example, if you tried 6, 6 divided by 2 is 3, 6 divided by 6 is 1, but 6 divided by 4 is still a fraction. It wouldn't have worked. Okay, so if your number doesn't divide evenly, it's not the least common denominator. Once you've done that, this problem has the exact same answer the original problem has, but we don't have any fractions to deal with. It makes the problem easier to do. We have 6y, 3, and 2y. We don't want y's on both sides, so I'm going to move the 6y over here. 3 stays on the left-hand side. 2y minus 6y makes negative 4y. We divide both sides by negative 4. Always divide by the number in front of the letter, even if it doesn't make a pretty answer. In this case, negative 3/4, negative 3 over negative 4, however you want to write it, that's the right answer. I prefer negative numbers to have the minus sign on the top, but both answers are correct.